Hello and welcome back to the HBA of Northwest Michigan Building Better podcast. I'm Lauren Tucker, your executive officer. If you haven't liked the podcast, please do so. Subscribe, tell all of your friends. And as always, if you're interested in being a guest, we're looking for sponsors and topics, so give us a call. Today, I am joined by John Woolfolk from Bayview Flooring. We're really excited to announce that Bayview Flooring is our title sponsor for the parade this year. Thank you so much.
No, thank you, Lauren. Thanks for having us.
Yeah. I'm excited about this year's parade. I think that there's a really range of projects that are going to be showcased, and there's a lot of new trends that we'll talk about today, especially in flooring. John's our guy for flooring. This is our 36th annual parade.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting. The first Parade of Homes was actually in the early 1940s, and it was in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
And it was also produced by an HBA.
Very cool.
So we've had 36. I can remember going when I was a kid.
Yeah.
It was one of my favorite things. I'm a little bit younger than my older brothers, and my parents, unfortunately, were stuck with me tagging along a lot. We don't necessarily encourage a lot of children going to the Parade of Homes. Many of the homes are high end, and I mean, obviously, you're not in there touching a lot of things, but kids just running around. Yeah. We don't discourage it, just well-behaved children. I was a well-behaved
Do
child.
they exist? Yeah.
Believe it or not, I mean, they might.
Yeah.
In spurts. Mine are in spurts. I think it depends too, like, they go through those stages of just awfulness and just pure chaos.
Yeah.
And I think I'm getting into like a calm period. I don't want to jinx it.
Good for you. You deserve it. Yeah.
It's wild. Like, we can leave the house and I don't have to be like, don't burn it down. Yeah. One time I did say that to Jude. I'm like, hey, I'm going out. This was a couple of years ago. Don't burn the house down. And I come back and I walk in and it's like, I smell something like hot electrical or burning plastic. And I call him up and I'm like, hey, do I smell something? And he's like, yeah. I wanted to see what would happen if I heated this Pepsi bottle up.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, it caught on fire. And I'm like, what did you do? And he's like, I put it in the sink. I'm like, where is it? He's like, I marched it up to the hill and put it in the trash can so you wouldn't see it. And I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I admire that, but I'm actually more mad that you didn't bring the trash can back down when you were up there.
He just left it. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Oh. So anyway, kids are welcome at the Parade of Homes, well supervised. Tickets are for adults only. We don't charge for the kids that, won't have, aren't really there for looking for homes or contractors or even dreaming about their future home necessarily. There are those rare ones that will, though. Mm-hmm. So 36th year. Huge history in Traverse City. We're excited to have Bayview partnering with us. I think it's going to be a really good fit. Yeah. This actually kicks off a segment of our podcast that we're going to be doing featuring the parade. So all of our parade builders will have some airtime. And our amazing producer, Jordan, is going to be going on site with us and capturing some footage to intersperse in the video versions. I think that it's going to be, I love our walking tours that we do. I don't know if you've seen any of those from last year, but they can be a little awkward.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's, you're not in a studio.
Yeah.
It's, you're walking around and there's.
Yeah, and it's so much more comfortable here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like they're walking around and they're trying to describe it. So we're going to do it this way this year. I think it's going to be great. And so it's just next month's podcast are going to look a little different.
Okay, fun.
Yeah. So John, you and your wife, Margaret, bought Bayview Flooring last year, and it has been, I can't even believe that it's already been a year.
I know. Yeah, it will be a year the end of next month. And it's just been such a busy year for us. Yeah. I mean, the transition went smooth and it was wonderful and the team's been amazing. It's such a busy, the builder work is just,
yeah,
everyone's running around with their hair on fire trying to keep up with it. And
always.
So it's fun. It's a good problem to have. And and we're growing. We're trying to keep up with the work. So
Yeah.
It's been a great year.
Well, you guys dove right in. Kathy and Tim Highland opened Bayview Flooring in 2011.
Yeah.
Prior to that, they were in the flooring business. I mean, Kathy and Tim have owned many businesses in Traverse City over the years.
Yeah, they have. They're very entrepreneurial and just such a deep history in the flooring industry and pillars of the community. They're just amazing. So
they've always been a huge support to the HBA. You guys host our annual chili cook-off every other year.
It's a fun one.
It is one of the best.
Good.
And it's good to host those because you really only have to worry about, the beverages, very important, and the delicious desserts.
Yeah.
I love the chili cook-off. I never have enough room for everybody's food, though.
The team has fun with it, yeah.
Your team member...
Yeah, Randy Merchant won.
Plugged
him, Randy. He's a commercial specialist, so handles all our commercial work, and it's great.
Every time I see him, he brings it up.
It's great with the chili crock pot.
Yes. Well, hopefully he'll put an entry in this year, even though we won't be, Baby will be there again next year. But Kathy and Tim, always huge supporters of the HBA, and really, I know that they're so invested in their businesses, and so it speaks very highly of you and your wife to have been selected to purchase it, because I know they wouldn't just sell that to anybody.
Yeah, it was the perfect fit. I mean, mom and pop operation, but you got another husband and wife coming in. Margaret's a designer by trade. I'm newer to the construction. I was military background for my adult life, and then got my residential builder's license. And when we found Bayview and met Tim and Kathy, it was kind of like the perfect marriage. And it's been great. They're still, we talk weekly, if not daily, and it's great. It's just a great transition, and the team. We didn't lose anybody on the team. Everyone, is just as happy, if not happier, than they were a year ago. Yeah. So,
and I can tell you that they're not just telling you that to your face.
Yeah,
they tell me when you're not in the room.
I hear it from third parties, so I know it's true. Yeah, good. I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah. Well, shortly before you joined, Jake Garcia had joined and moved to the area to work there. Yeah. And I know he's doing great things. You guys have empowered him to just own his role, and he's awesome.
Yeah, and that was the big part. The team is we just have an amazing team, and so coming on board, it just made it really easy. Jake, he came from Austin, from the flooring industry, and then he brought his best friend Corey, who's our operations manager, and so we just keep attracting amazing talent, and we're able to retain it. So. It speaks volumes to the culture that they built there.
Love coming to visit.
Good.
Everyone is so excited to see me, even just so welcoming. And on any given day, there's dogs there.
Yes. Yeah, we're very pet friendly. Yeah.
You let dogs come into a flooring showroom.
Yeah. Well, some of the products are designed to be pet friendly. So it's fun to get the pets on there and prove it. Yeah. We haven't had any accidents in the store that I'm aware of, but
they probably just wouldn't tell you.
Yeah.
I have this crazy German short hair pointer.
Oh, he hasn't been in the showroom.
He hasn't been there in a while because I'm afraid of what would happen if I brought him there. And it's Robin Whipple's fault that I have this dog.
Oh, it's one of Robin's dogs.
It's one of Robin's puppies.
Yeah, I've heard about these full creatures.
And I went there to see them.
So much energy.
And I was like, I don't need a dog. I wasn't looking for a dog, and he found me.
Yeah.
And then Robin called me, and she's like, I know Mike said no dog, but there's a family coming to look for a boy, and he really was the pick of the litter.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff, her partner, if his daughter had selected a female, he would have taken Blue. Yeah. And because we had first pick, because she said someone's coming to look at him, and I was like, oh man, he's mine. I don't care. He'll forgive me. He sort of has forgiven me.
Yeah.
I do hear on a very regular basis, it's the dog. And if you're ever in the HBA, you've heard, and that's like why I have no voice, because I'm constantly screaming at this asshole dog. And it's okay to say asshole, because like GSPs are known for it. But we used to bring him in when he was a puppy so you can see his Granny Robin.
Yeah.
I'll have to bring him back. I tend to leave him at home a lot more these days because he is such a ball of energy and so just crazy destructive. His new trick is stealing packages off the porch.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Where does he take them?
He destroys them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's helpful.
I hope Peyton doesn't listen to this episode, but I came home from work and I was just stopping in for a minute and had to run again. And my son's like, what's out in the yard? And it's still snowy out. And I'm like, what is that? And it was her brand new track cleats, which are her spikes, which
she was looking forward to.
They're like $180.
Yeah.
Well, luckily it was just the exterior box, the interior box, and then they were dirty. So like I got the magic eraser out and I was like scrubbing them and like, because she's not gonna be happy about it, and then like threw away all the evidence and put them on the counter. Like, look at these. And she's gonna know now because she probably will listen to this podcast. But she's like looking at them, and she's like, "Oh, these must be used because there's a little dirt right here." And Mike was like, "Oh no, it's just like when you try your shoes on, like down at Fleet Feet, and they let you try them out. That's probably what happened." It's the damn dog.
Cover.
Robin loves to hear about all of the blue stories but it is crazy that you guys let dogs in there.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it makes everybody's day when a dog comes in. Everybody from the back office comes out, and you have people coming over from the warehouse, and they just start calling. Everybody starts calling each other like, "Hey, there's a cute dog here."
There's also a big bin of toys.
Yeah, toys, dog toys, kids toys.
Yeah. And those are like take them home with you kind of toys, because I know Blue took home like a big turkey drumstick one time and then like a shoe. Yeah,
it helps. Well, Kathy Highland, plug for Pets Naturally, having a pet store.
Yeah,
we get a lot of the rejects from the bakery and toys and stuff like that. So
yeah, they're still edible. They just don't look good.
Yeah, they're just not as pretty as one would hope, but yeah.
I love Pets Naturally. She really is an entrepreneur.
Yeah, they both are. Yeah.
I love it. Well, what other exciting things are you guys looking forward to this year?
So this year we are redesigning our showroom. So if you come by, over the next month or two, you'll get to see it. It's it's a work in progress. But
you guys are always adding cool stuff. You've got like a fireplace in the vestibule now too.
Yeah, we have a fireplace in the vestibule, and then we have a new tile room. It's a tile showroom that's just dedicated to tile, which is going to be really cool. It was a part of the building that was really unused, and we've put some lighting in there. We're getting a big glass door installed in lieu of a roll-up garage door. So it's going to look really pretty, and it's going to be a nice atmosphere for people to come in and bring your clients in. You won't be...
it's important to like see and touch everything, feel it, know that you're going to like it.
Yeah, so we're really doubling down on customer experience.
Perfect.
So when you come in, you'll be proud to bring your clients in,
Yeah.
So
you guys have installers too?
Yes. Yeah, I think that's one of the great aspects of the business that sets us apart. We have a dozen in-house installers, 4 apprentices right now. So our in-house installers do mostly residential work.
Yeah.
So if you're a retail customer coming in and looking to get some new flooring done, you'll probably have one of our in-house installers come and install that flooring. But
that's so important. I was out to dinner the other night. My husband and I have obviously, Mike's on the state board and has been really involved in the HBA and is in construction. And we were eating and he's like, "Can you hear what they're saying over there?" And I was just, "What? No." And so I kind of tuned in and they were talking about the lack of skilled tradespeople in the area. And she said, she was talking about how very difficult it was to find someone to retile her bathroom.
Yeah.
And like, lo and behold, like she was telling our story. and she didn't even know it. And she kept saying that like Mike Rowe gives scholarships. So when they were getting ready to leave, Mike felt compelled to stand up and go over there. And I was proud because he's a foundation board member, and like you want your board members to be like telling your story. And he went over and he introduced himself and like said, you know, we give away scholarships locally. And that turned into, oh, I know someone who needs to know that, and like giving my card away. But it's really hard to find someone to install tile in one bathroom or take care of an odd job. So like that's one of the things that we're looking at growing our membership in the HBA is not just the full-on builders, remodelers, but those contractors that are out there that are willing to do the smaller jobs.
Yeah. I know it's difficult because we have so much large work with the residential home construction. So it's easy. It's just easier for, you know, laborers to
go for that.
Work. Yeah. And because the smaller stuff, it doesn't pay as well. You know, it's just as rewarding.
Yeah.
But it's difficult. You never know what you're going to get.
You need a lot of small jobs to build up to like an entire build. But like, I know there are those niche contractors out there. It's just not as consistent.
Yeah. Yeah. I had coffee with Dan Smith. He's from Ace.
Yeah, Ace Handyman
Services. Wonderful guy.
He's also ex-military.
He is. That's what got us together. Yeah, he's a veteran as well. And yeah, just amazing guy. But he does handyman work.
Yeah.
And he was telling me, oh, you know, last week somebody called. They just wanted us to help move their winter tires from the back of their truck to their garage. You know, and so it's just, you know, odd and end stuff. It's, you know.
And did they do it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but he's always happy to help. But he's like, I don't know what to charge for that. You know, I have to drive.
That's almost one of those things where you're like, hey, I feel bad about taking your money for this, but I'm happy to help you.
Yeah. So they're out there. Dan Smith, great option.
Yeah. But, Ace Handyman Services. They're located over there near the ball field, I think.
Yes. Yeah. Almost across the street from us, which
that's
is
true. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And there really is no job too small that they'll take.
No. So he's willing to help everybody. So
well, it just goes to show that the HBA is a great resource if you are looking for a contractor of any kind. And also a note to the contractors that are out there, if you haven't joined the HBA, you know, there's a lot of good reasons to.
Yeah, no, it's a great network.
Yeah, it's a great network. And then we spend a lot of time working on the advocacy, which maybe doesn't come into play as much with flooring, but it certainly makes it a big deal if you have to cut corners on your budget. Yeah. And then the things that get cut are the really cool flooring options and like extras that you put in your house. So it all goes together eventually.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so our approach for kind of getting more talent in, we have our apprentice program, and we partner with the Career Tech Center.
Yes.
Yep.
Jake is serving on the advisory board with me now.
Yeah, so I
was excited to see him last fall, and we just had our spring meeting, and the spring meeting can be challenging because it's all of the different programs in one room, and it's great. They feed everybody. We get to hear from an outstanding student what's going on at the Career Tech Center. We are so lucky to have that in our community as a resource. And around the table in the construction trades, we were talking about the fact that we can only service like 52 kids a year and trying to figure out new ways that we can add more bodies. And part of it is this apprenticeship program. Because you had a couple of students?
Yeah. You know, it's worked out in some cases it hasn't. Yeah, and that's fine.
That's true with any employee.
Yeah, it really is. And so, and they're kids. I mean, they're 18. Some are younger. Some are 17. Yeah. So they're figuring out life. And
they go out on co-op. And so they're technically still in the class, but they're not working in the classroom. So that frees up another seat for another student who's maybe not as advanced or as far along in their journey to come in and get the basics and leave with their 10-hour OSHA certificate. Yeah. And all of the credits at the Career Tech Center articulate over to NMC. Yeah. So a lot of the kids, if they continue on in the programs, are already, I think, securing a couple of hours of credit.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it works out for everybody. It's we get, a chance to have a little extra labor.
You're part of the solution.
Yeah, we're trying. So
we need more people working in the skilled trades.
Me too. Yeah.
Can't say that enough.
Yeah.
And I met one of the young men that's working for you. He's incredible.
Oh, which one? Abe?
Yeah, Abe. Abe and his dad serve also on the advisory board.
Yeah.
And this is the last time that Abe and his dad will be there because he's graduating. And so I had a chance to talk with them a little. But the thing that I thought was the most exciting at the end of the meeting, we have a couple new board members. Robbie Underhill from TC Millworks is there. And then also Trevor Smith, who owns a fine cabinetry company. And it's nice to have new blood on there because at the end of the meeting, Trevor says, hey, these meetings are great and I love coming and hearing what's going on and talking about some of these ideas, but where do we go from here?
Yeah.
Where does the conversation continue? And I felt like jumping up and down. I'm like, right here, Workforce Development Committee. We would love to keep this going.
Yeah.
And so I think both of them are going to be joining. Abe's dad, Abe, has already like confirmed with me that he'll be there this next month. And like, I'm really excited because he's got, not only is he a small business owner doing the work out in the field, inspired his kid to go into the field, has served on this board, adding guidance and talking about the parent-kid experience. Yeah. So he's got so much to offer about what are the barriers, how do we get young people engaged and keep that spark going. So that's good.
No, that's great. And I sat down with Abe earlier in the week. We're going to send him to a certification class. It's a full class. It's a 5-week-long course in June in Troy, Michigan, downstate. So he'll come out certified as a carpet installer for residential carpet.
That's awesome.
In July. And then we'll bring him on as a full-time employee after that. So it's really exciting.
Bright, driven young man.
Yes. Yeah, we're lucky to have him. Yeah.
When you find those, you just got to like lock them in.
Yeah.
And hope nobody else gets them.
Exactly.
We have a wonderful, bright new employee at the HBA. Her name's Autumn Posman. She just also is graduating from college. She's graduating from Davenport. In fact, she graduates, did just graduate the end of April and joined our team. And I was so excited. I'm like, are you for real? You have to come work for us. Yeah. Come work for us. It's nice to have that infused with that young energy and talent and hunger. Well, I thank you so much for giving back to your community and being part of the Solution and Workforce, offering amazing products for homeowners and solutions, being our parade sponsor. And John, thank you for your service as well.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys.
Yeah.
HVA has been a wonderful partner, and we're excited for the parade, and we're excited to grow as a community. So
sweet. And I always ask my guests, what is your favorite thing in the HBA?
Ooh, I didn't get to make the chili cook-off, but that's right. Everyone's favorite, at least on the team. I would say the parade. And that's why we were so eager to jump on the sponsorship.
I know. I was excited running it.
We had a really fun time last year. Yeah.
It's going to be great. Well, everybody, the Parade of Homes is coming at you next month, June 12th through 15th. It's Father's Day weekend. Grab dad and come get inspired by latest trends. See some really incredible properties. We've got many builders. Bay Area Contracting is back in the parade. He hasn't been in the parade in a couple of years. He's got an incredible project near Kingsley. We'll be going back out to Peninsula Shores to see a new project by O'Grady Development. Scott Norris, of course, is a fan favorite. CMB. We've got a couple new builders this year. Greenwald Building Company is put a project in, and we'll see Royal Sag again too.
Yeah,
it's going to be great.
Extremely talented lineup.
Yes, it's going to be awesome. Well, thank you so much, and tune in next time to the Building Better podcast.